ladies and gentlemen, and my young volunteers here, I welcome you to this celebration, which has been organized by the India Business Forum in collaboration with the Indian Embassy in Ethiopia. And it's a great privilege to welcome you all here.
First of all, a very warm welcome to all of you today to this event that we are having. It's a very special event because today we are celebrating 75 years of India and Ethiopia's diplomatic relations and the India Business Forum, which is turned 15 last October. So because of COVID, we had to delay, but I think it was worth the wait with this beautiful gathering with such great dignitaries. As investors, ladies and gentlemen, we are witnessing very interesting times in Ethiopia. As you would have all followed the news, recently the government has launched its 10-year homegrown economic reform agenda, the plan, which is primarily very ambitious and is driven by the private sector. Now, this is something which will excite most of the private sector captains. The other recent announcement, which is the granting of telecom operators. Now, this means that actually the government is not only talking, but they are walking the talk. It is the first time that we've seen this consortium of foreign telecom operators, and the government has sort of liberalized the telecom sector. This shows that if they can liberalize the telecom sector, the private sector has a lot to look forward, and therefore these are really exciting times for all. With all these, we are expecting that more FDI will flow in from India, and of course other countries. And what I have noticed is about 3 important points which sort of are important in getting FDI. So the first one is naturally lucrative opportunities in the country. And we all know that it's a virgin territory, and there are a lot of opportunities in Ethiopia which can be tapped and our investors can benefit from. The second one is the ease of doing business. And most of you will agree with me that Ethiopia has done a lot in the last couple of years. In fact, even in the last couple of months, that has eased a lot of things, and the ease of doing business is much better and much improved. So this is also good news for all us all. And the third most important thing is the sense of belonging. Now, this is one area where we will, through our discussions, identify some areas where we need to give a greater sense of belongings, because the Indian community here is as good as the Ethiopian community. We're brothers, and we've been here for 3, 4, and even 5 generations together. So we need to really strengthen this bond, and let us see, we will look at certain things which we would have to recommend.
Kind of relationship India has with Ethiopia, not just for decades, not just for hundreds of years, for thousands of years. So in this presentation, what I'm trying to highlight is that the relationship India has with Ethiopia goes to many, many thousands and thousands of years. So I've got some kind of slides that will depict some of these activities. Basically, what I wanted to cover is, at a very highlight, the ancient culture of India. India is one of the oldest culture in the world, as you all know, which is also backed up with the literatures called the Vedas, the Vedic literature. And the world's greatest scientists and philosophers have acknowledged the importance and the significance and the contribution the Vedic literatures have made to the world. So we can highlight some of the points in that area. And then the ancient Silk Road, which has been influencing the world's culture significantly, including East Africa, starting from Egypt all the way to East Africa. So during the Silk Road, a trade or a business or a communication has been established with many countries, between China, India, the Middle East, all the way to Egypt, all the way to Ethiopia. So that communication was established, exchanging ideas, exchanging trade, exchanging culture, beliefs, all kind of things. And then eventually, how did it affect Ethiopia, especially in its depth? The deep cultural similarities between Ethiopia and India, I can highlight by citing some of the examples shown on the list. So as you all know, India has obviously one of the oldest culture in the world. We're not talking about hundreds of years, we're not talking about thousands of years. It actually goes over 1 million years ago. We all know the story about Rajaram, for instance. Within Ayodhya, there was a beautiful kingdom which was established over 1 million years ago. So the culture and the civilization that we see in the world has been going on in India for a very long time. So it has one of the oldest culture. And this culture, some may wonder, 1 million years ago, how did they have that kind of civilization? Within India, how did they have so much knowledge about cosmology, physiology, about chemistry, even physics, mathematics, about how to run a country, you know? India had so many kingdoms in the old days, millions of years ago. The Kaurava dynasty, the Pandava dynasty, the Raghu dynasty, so many kingdoms. But those kingdoms were very, very civilized in those days. So there has to be some kind of knowledge behind it that governs this kind of society. That knowledge is the Vedas. The Vedic scriptures or the Vedic literatures have so much knowledge. It's like an ocean of knowledge that will touch about anything and everything. Whether you talk about cosmology, literature, society, about the kingdom, about even yoga, meditation, all these things are included within the Vedic literatures. So the Vedic literatures are one of the oldest literature in the world, very oldest. And they were compiled in the oldest language of the world, which is Sanskrit, the Sanskrit language.
We have started celebrating both India at 75 and India, Ethiopia at 75 since March 2021. This will go on for 75 weeks. So that is why we will end our celebrations in August, September 2022. And IBF is also celebrating its 15 years of existence. It has, at the Embassy of India, for us, IBF is a very important component besides the Indian Women's Association and the Hindu Mahajan. So even if some of the Indian companies or nationals are not part of the India Business Forum, at the embassy we look at IBF to lead all the Indian companies, right? So today, at the government, both here in Ethiopia and in India, we are here to promote, to facilitate your investments. But at the end of the day, you know, as individual investors, you are the ones taking risk. And it is always the mandate, our mandate, that we will help facilitate you wherever possible. In any investment story, you will see lots of positive aspects. I have been traveling around, and I know that most of the businessmen that I interact with will say that business is bad. But I know that the same investor has been expanding his business. So that means the investment is good. Right? We say that COVID-19 pandemic has really stood in the way. Yes, it has brought difficulties, but during the last 1 year, actually we have 35 new Indian investment projects here in Ethiopia, despite the pandemic. And you won't believe that there are already, besides Kadila, we have 2 more pharmaceutical companies that are coming up. Kilitz is about to start their operations, and when you go to on the way to Adama, you will see the Kilinto Park, right? Today at the Kilinto Park, there is just one factory that is leading the way. That is Glocare, an Indian pharmaceutical company. They're just about to complete their construction, and they will start soon. So if you look at different sectors, I can go on and on, but it will not be fair because I will miss many of your companies. So let me not name individual companies. But I want to say that here at the embassy, here at the foreign ministry, at the Ministry of Trade and Industry, leadership is listening to you. Please, today, you have genuine problems. I think this is a small forum or the appropriate one for you to raise up your issues in a polite, positive manner, and the leadership is listening to you, right? So let us use this opportunity to further strengthen what we call our bilateral trade or business relations between our two friendly countries. So having said all this, I want to wish all of you a very fruitful interaction. Use the opportunity, and we will always stand to gain. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to all for successfully arranging this forum. There is a great deepening of understanding in doing business when we gather to listen, to clarify, and relate with each other. The relation between Ethiopia and India accounts for ages and centuries. I think that goes without saying because we had an excellent presentation earlier. So in these times, we have become families, I believe. We share culture, we share language, and we are no more strangers to each other. This relationship was made official in 1948 to add to the already well-established relationship. In recent years, the relations between Ethiopia and India have deepened significantly. The cooperation between our two nations, which is based on mutual respect and benefit, is a very good example of the South-South cooperation. Ethiopia draws meaningful lessons from India's experiences and expertise in different areas. Economic and business relations mark our relationship. Foreign direct investment and trade in Ethiopia is increasing. We are learning and we are adjusting, and we will soon enough, we will achieve our goal. India is among the largest source of foreign direct investment, with 617 Indian projects approved by the Ethiopian Investment Commission that created large number of employment opportunities. What makes India unique is the fact that the contribution is not only through investment, but also trade, education, consultancy, capacity building, friendship, cultural exchanges. For many of you, Ethiopia is like home, because I witness your solidarity in many ways and your heartfelt passion for my country's development. Thank you. My government is working tirelessly to widen and deepen its reform, which is necessary to promote democratization, the rule of law, and good governance, and also working on a series of measures aimed at reforming the economy and improving the financial management so as to promote transparency and accountability across the entire administration. This will make Ethiopia one of the best foreign direct investment destinations in Africa. I just want to say that apart from your business, keep on being our ambassadors as you are already doing. We commit to work with you on solving problems and overcoming challenges. As earlier mentioned, foreign direct investment is not alga balga. There will be a lot of challenges, but I commit as our government would work with you, solve the problems, and when we do the Q&A, when you ask questions, I would like you also to recommend solutions, because you would be the best people to know what should be done in a way, and then we can take the recommendations and work on those. So we do encourage you to communicate with us. This is just the beginning today in a wider range where a lot of questions could be raised, but we will make sure that we'll have a regular meeting so that we can solve problems, we learn together, we go through this together, and we would definitely like to have more investment from India and elsewhere. We commit to work with you in solving problems and overcoming challenges. It is a work in progress, and we will get to the point of efficiency as soon as we can. That's what we're going, and you will be a partner to us. I invite you to expand your investment in Ethiopia and to persuade others to choose Ethiopia as the prime destination for your investment, expertise, and technology transfer. We do not only consider you as business people. We actually consider you as partners and friends. Thank you so much again for inviting me.
It's really exciting to be here today. First of all, I would like to congratulate on the 75 years and also 15 years of IBF establishment. It's an exciting journey, and I've been doing a tremendous connection with the Ethiopian government authorities, with also networking with the Ethiopian businesses and the Indian, as well as bridging the relationship. So as has been said by Her Excellency, Ambassador and Daniel, our relation is natural and very natural. Our connection is deep and goes back to millennia, and we're celebrating a relationship between that exists for centuries and centuries and for millennia. So I congratulate this strong, deep ties between the two people and the two countries, which is a basis for our relation, and the strong commitment of the two governments brought us here, and the cultural connection, the long-standing trade relation, and the trust between the two people. That is important aspect of our relation. So we have to build on this historical, long-standing relation to expand our business relation, to promote our business relation, to advance our business interest, and especially to strengthen our solidarity during difficult times. So we count on our Indian business community in terms of advancing the interest of Ethiopia, expanding your business in Ethiopia, and as a government, we're trying to improve our business environment. This is to the interest of the business community. Since we started the reform, the government of Abiy has done a lot in terms of improving our business climate, and we have improved the investment code, and we have also improved the commercial code. That is also another milestone in our ease of business doing. The other area that Ethiopia is opening up, it is clearly stipulated in the Homegrown Economic Initiative that Ethiopia is opening up its door in terms of attracting foreign direct investment, opening its business to the international community. So we fully joined for the first time the Africa Continental Free Trade Area. That is the largest free trade area. This is another opportunity for the Indian business community to tap this opportunity as well. And we are also in the process of joining WTO, and our accession process is advancing, and this is also to the interest of the global business community, and definitely will improve largely the business climate in Ethiopia. So even at difficult times, in the pandemic times, Ethiopia registered fast-growing economic development, and I hope the signs are very positive. Now we're strengthening our local government. After election, there will be more, positive business climate. That will be, the government's focus will be more on, economic development, and advancement of the industrial policy, especially focusing on agro-industrial expansion. In this, we strongly encourage our Indian business community to look into the business opportunity in the agro-processing area. That will be the focus. So the government will definitely provide the necessary support. This is a commitment, and we consider Indian business community as one of the most committed investors. You've surpassed so many challenges, and through time, you've shown the resilience, and we expect, especially in the coming time, there will be more focus on the economic areas. We clearly indicated in the homegrown economic initiative, this will be the focus of the government. This will provide a new opportunity for the Indian business community. So we strongly encourage and also invite new investment from India, as stated in His Excellency's statement. Even difficult times, in this difficult time, more new Indian investments are flowing. In terms of quality, in terms of capital, these are very important investment companies. So we strongly encourage you to really consider new frontiers, new opportunities. These countries, and I would like to thank you for this generous act.